Tick, 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 tick. It's been 1 week, Bert.
Yeah.
Who is that Stranger Things guy?
So this little guy right here, he's also the guy all the way down there. It's Steve. It's the difference between season 1.
It is Steve.
Yeah, it's the difference between season 1, season 2. I didn't know that. And it didn't seem right to me.
Who was the other guy that the chat robot thought it was again?
It was some dude named like Keith or something.
I don't even remember Keith.
Or Dustin. I don't remember what the heck their name was.
No, not Dustin.
Because that's Dustin. Do I have Dustin? I don't have Dustin yet.
No, you ain't got
We got to get Dustin.
Yeah, he must be a rare.
Well, he better be in one of those 6.
He's got to be. But you also don't have a Demogorgon.
I don't have a Demogorgon. I don't have
people,
Vecna.
Just people. Nope.
There's a lot of people I don't have. But listen, I also have all those at the bottom. So as I get extras,
right,
I'm going to start yanking them. And we're going to put them in there.
Right.
But what's new? A week went by, Nick. We already knew what you got.
I was just sitting here waiting the whole time.
The whole time.
To find
Nick was
out
like,
what
man,
the answer was.
An entire week. A lot of stuff going on in Canada land, though, Nick.
Oh, is there?
There's a lot.
I was just waiting.
There's a lot going on. I can't believe that you've been sitting there when you guys got all these stories going on in your little spot right there, Nick.
Yeah. I mean, there's always strange things going on here. If you live with strange too long, it just ends up being normal.
Well, this is a big deal. This is like the biggest deal ever. When you talked about UFOs, there was a UFO that hit in what part of Canada? Where was Shag Harbor?
Well, Shag Harbor is just down the road from where I am right now. So it's in Nova Scotia.
Oh, well, that's a coincidence because there was another UFO spotted in Nova Scotia, Nick.
Well, they seem to like it here.
Well, here's what it says. Late last week, by the way. Now, today, when we're recording, this is on the 10th.
Right.
This happened on November 9th is when this came out. This article came out.
Oh, so this was just yesterday.
Well, this is when the report came out.
For us.
The UFOs, supposedly the video was uploaded. There is a video. November 8th, Nick.
Oh, I love these. Okay.
So here's the story. It said that now this might be shocking to anyone that's never been, living over there where Nick lives, but there's a lot of shipping that happens there.
Oh yeah. Our largest city, our only city, Halifax.
Yep.
You can't go very far without seeing a sea shipping place with containers stacked as high as you can see and boats coming and going.
Would you say those fellows are pretty trustworthy, Nick?
What, shipment fellows?
Yeah, the doggone freight line, freight vessels, Nick.
Yeah, I would say so. I've never had a bad run-in with any of those guys.
Well, that's where the video came from. Seafarers aboard Canadian-registered freight vessels filmed what they described as an otherworldly object hovering silently above the deck and then shooting away at incredible speeds.
Wow. And there's a video for this, you say?
There is a minute-long video. The ripple reaction across all the different social media accounts, they're fighting back and forth saying whether it's real or not. I've watched this, and I'm going to tell you, I kind of go back and forth with it myself.
Oh, really? So it's open to interpretation, I guess, is what we're going to see here.
I'm curious what other people's going to think. And in this article, it did talk about, it said Canada has a storied history of unexplained aerial phenomena. For instance, the acclaimed case, the Shag Harbor UFO incident of 1967. I'm like, we covered that.
Right. It's our biggest one. It's the Roswell of the North, they call it.
That's right. Well, they're saying that witnesses reported a large object plunging into the water off Nova Scotia. The incident remains one of the country's most thoroughly documented UFO case. More recently, sky watchers across Canada and the U.S. has been baffled by a spiral of white light moving across the evening skies. Now, I want to play this video for you, Nick. Because, listen, we've seen a few things here and there where we're like, that might be fake. I really want you to study this and then give me your opinion because I don't know.
Right.
I'm 50-50 on this.
Oh, that can't be real.
Keep watching. Look at how it's going off the water. Look at the way it's reflecting off that stuff, Nick.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. No, I don't buy that. That is AI if I ever saw it.
Nick, I feel like you're not giving that a fair swing.
Maybe not. I would need people to produce more video because you saw all those lights in the background.
I did see a lot of lights in the background.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
That's right off the shore of a very, very active downtown Halifax.
So you're saying there would have been more people talking about it?
I would absolutely assume that, like, at any given time of the day or the night, there would be tens of thousands of people down there. Right there is the boardwalk that people go on, the farmer's market, busy restaurants like the Bicycle Thief, all that kind of stuff.
See, here's the problem, Nick. Just a few moments ago, I said, would you say these people are pretty trustworthy people? And you said, yeah, I would think so. And now you're saying you thinking they made something up.
Someone did.
Because that was on a boat. That was on a boat, Nick. You could see there was wave action going on.
Yeah. So you believe it's real then?
I didn't say that.
Okay. Let's vote.
Listen.
I think it was a cool video.
Listen. If it was in my hometown, and I looked outside my house at all the corn, and I watched the light going down into the corn, because that's what I've got, I'd be able to say, that seems mighty fictitious to me. Or I'd be like, oh, that's a real UFO right there. You have home turf advantage, Nick.
Right, but in your scenario, you just said if you looked outside and saw it, I'm not looking outside and seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Well, now you're just semantics.
Maybe not even a boat. Maybe that's fabricated too.
Semantics, Nick. Semantics.
Yeah, I want to believe, and I was expecting something a little different, but
now here's the question.
Those were massive.
Yeah, but huge, Nick. Huge.
Right.
Now here's the question. If it was AI, it wouldn't have been able to make that boardwalk exactly like that. Did that look real?
It was from a distance, but it looked like it could be the boardwalk.
We're locking him down, folks. We're locking him down. Do you want to watch it again?
Yeah, let's watch it again.
If you saw something and it was AI generated, you would be able to recognize, like if someone had a video, I'd say that corn stalk right there doesn't look like the corn stalk that I've looked at over there. You should be able to do the same thing with these lights, Nick.
I don't know. I feel like you're trying to bully me into saying it's real.
I'm not saying that at all. I didn't say it's real. Let's look at it again, Nick.
All right, I'm looking for anything that could give it away.
Does that look like the background?
It does. It's quite far off though, but it does look like the background.
Does that sound like a real ship horn?
It could be. Actually, I see things moving around over there. So, like, how could those people not have seen this?
I'm saying, Nick. But that background.
I mean, it looks legit.
Okay, here's the thing. If it is,
it's moving through something right now, though, is it not?
The light is.
Like that string of lights there sort of looked like it moved through it.
At first, I wondered if it was a light going up, but that doesn't appear to be what that is.
You know what? I would love to believe that. You know what? I'm going to give it a chance.
Oh, here we go. A chance.
How I'm going to do that is I'm just going to do a quick web search to see if there's any mentions of it.
It just happened a few days ago. Listen, we know how news travels in Canada land, Nick. It runs a little slow.
I think so.
Oh, Canada land. It's not like here in Ohio where it flies.
No, I'm afraid that I'm not gonna believe this one. I'm afraid.
Wow, Nick. This is coming from your homeland.
Yeah.
Of all places.
Yeah.
You had Shag Harbor.
It's a lot of bored people.
Like Shag Harbor 2.0, Nick.
That's true. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give it a third chance.
Wow, that's pretty big.
And after the show, and I'll tell you on the next show, I will call people who live down there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you need to show them the video, Nick.
And see if they... I'd be like, did you notice any massive, like half-mile high UFOs dipping in the water like 30 feet from your apartment window?
And aren't you going to feel awful silly when they go, we did see that, Nick?
You know what I'm going to say to them if they say that?
I got a doggone reputable podcast.
You didn't tell me right away.
Exactly. Reputable podcast. You're basically a journalist. You're basically a journalist for the people.
I'm going to be so disappointed for them. And they're like, yeah, it was crazy. It was massive.
You know, there's almost always a logical reason for why there's things, right? Like there was something I was watching and it was that spiral thing they keep talking about. Well, what happens is SpaceX, when that rocket goes up, it creates that spiral.
Oh, okay.
So what people are seeing is that spiral that's occurring. So it's legit things that's going on. There was another one where it looked like this fireball was coming down, but there was like 30 of them and they was all in like a perfect line. And I'm like,
right,
dude, that would be hard to make up. But then I started researching a little bit and there was a football game that was happening. So they had people that was on parachutes that had flares on their feet.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, see, there's logical. So I'm curious if there was like something else that was going on there. And someone said, we can turn this into a UFO.
Maybe it was, well, see, we've been having a lot of thunderstorms lately. So I wonder if they got some of it from the clouds and then said, well, let's make this real crazy.
The thing that's weird to me, though, is the reflections on the water. Like, that's hard to do.
It's pretty good at that. But then again, if you think about if you were using the Unreal Engine to make a game, it calculates that easily all the time.
Yeah, but
which, by the way, you can use AI to make full games now, which is crazy.
Yeah, but can you do it on a real video? That has to be a real video. Like that video is not AI generated.
I think that's a composite. I think that's composite. Like it's, you know how you can give a starting frame to like Mid-Journey? Well, there's tools better than that, but it can do that kind of thing.
I've never seen something be able to do that with water. Water's like the most difficult thing for AI to figure out.
Next to hands, maybe.
Because the crazy thing is, and for anyone that doesn't know, I play around a lot. Like this next podcast that's coming out on my channel has a lot of AI video, like a lot of AI video. But what I find is anytime it's water, AI's like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like it's raindrops on a puddle. Good luck. Like if you want to test if AI is good, have it do something with water and a lot of water. You know, it's funny. I don't think I put this on here, but I've been creating little things here and there using my own image. Like I've sent Nick too many of them. But I find them funny, but like they do an okay job, but you know, it's like anything else. It's just, it's not perfect by far. Like I wish I had the teeth that my AI guy has. He's got like perfect, pristine, amazing teeth.
You know what I noticed first about those? Because I honestly, the ones you showed me, especially the pirate trick-or-treating one.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That's believable. I'm like, at first I was like, not really sure. Is that actually him? But I don't know how to describe it. AI people move like they're like cartoon villains.
Kind of. Yeah.
They're always like, you know, kind of.
And that's the way I wrote him, though.
In a weird way.
Like, that's the way I wrote him, though. Because I was like, basically be mean to these kids and get in front of them and take their candy. Like, that's what I told AI to do. So
maybe that one was like legit cartoon villain.
Yeah, he like, I say he. It's like, it's me, but it's not me. But he basically pushed these kids out of the way and he goes, watch out, mate. He goes to the door and he rings the doorbell and he goes, trick or treat. And then the door opens up. It sees me.
At first, I was like, I don't know. Maybe that's him.
Nah, that one's got way amazing.
I guess
teeth.
the camera angle switch would probably be a giveaway too.
Yeah. Like I'm talented, not that talented. You know? But it's crazy. It's fun.
Unless they were in on it.
They'd have to be in on it. I mean, it's like I was telling someone the other day. It's like if you do it the right way, you're basically just telling a story, right? And I think the biggest problem is it's not exactly like us. So there's like that uncanny valley that you and I have talked about on this podcast quite a bit. But I don't know. I'm just one of those weirdos. Like let's use, for example, it doesn't look exactly like somebody. I'm still kind of like, oh, that's dope. It's telling a story. And then I can get behind the story. Yeah. So I don't necessarily care that it's not exactly them.
The uncanny valley is, for me anyway, is getting less and less all the time. Like it's getting better. In images, I can't even tell anymore. In video, there's little giveaways and stuff like that a lot of the time.
Yep.
But it's getting so good that, like, I've been fooled.
Oh, I have.
We talked about this before, about the dogs biting people and them turning into cake and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's trippy.
Like that fooled me the first time.
Animals, I feel like, is easier to kind of fool people on. I still think the best one I've ever created is the one of myself as a pirate at Halloween. I just think that one's the best one. But there is like an uncanny valley feel to some of it. Like if you know someone really well, you're like, well, clearly that's not them. I don't know. There's like that fine line. Like I would love to be able to have more times where like it's probably acceptable, in which I don't know how many people's like accepting of this kind of stuff now, but like to give anyone at home an idea, like this is one that I created. I'm sorry for anyone that does not like Uncanny Valley stuff. But this is kind of one that I thought was hilarious because you and we actually talked about this, I think at the Wildwood. It had to be at the Wildwood. But we had that, our box, our little friendly S box here. And when we turn it on, it's going through the channels like it makes that noise. And I was like, how funny would it be if it was like a beatbox? And then that's all I said. And we kind of laughed about it. So I was like, let me just create like an AI. So this is what it created. It's kind of an Uncanny Valley kind of deal. But
the dance, man, the dance.
Paranormal remix dropping soon.
It's kind of dumb, but I find it funny.
That is funny.
I find that kind of stuff funny.
So, talking about Uncanny Valley, it just triggered a memory here. I didn't have this prepared or anything. Did you hear about that robot in China that moves so naturally?
Yes.
That people were accusing them
of a real person.
It being a person in a suit?
Yes.
Well, did you hear what they had to do to prove it wasn't a person in the suit?
I did.
They had to take it apart on stage
They
to prove that it wasn't a person.
Well, they cut the lag off of it and then let it walk on stage.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they ripped the back off of it in
Yeah.
case people thought it was just someone missing a leg.
It's super
or
trippy.
something. So they've really got the motion down.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. There's part of you that when you see something like that, you feel like kind of bad that they're taking it apart.
Oh, yeah. It elicits a emotional response to a degree for me.
Yeah.
And what if they remember that stuff? They'd be like, they didn't think I was human.
They're like, you ripped my leg open.
That's the crazy part. There is a few different sites that I've kind of looked at things, and it's really gotten a lot of what I would say, I mean, this is going to sound kind of insane, but like the Limitless that I wear now, this is like my daily driver.
Right.
That I use every single day. But like this thing knows me so well that it literally handles everything outside. Like for anyone that doesn't know, I do finance and as a day job. And there's a lot of note taking inside of that. Like there's a ton of different notes. I can walk into a location. It handles the transcription and then it makes all my notes for me after I leave that then I can just copy and paste into like my daily record thing. Now, things that would take me 20, 30 minutes a day, it just handles.
Yeah.
And it's
that's such a time savings.
Such a time savings. It's the little dumb things like that. But I know there's like it, I was just laughing about this the other day. It also creates tasks. And a lot of times it's things that I've talked about and I'm like, hey, I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I always forget. Like if I look on there right now, they call it reminders. Oh, that's crazy. I had my oil change today and they was talking in the background. So it made tasks for me today too that had nothing to do with this. But one of them is send a front wheel lug nut torque to 76 foot-pounds. So it's like, apparently that's what it takes for my car, just FYI.
You get out your phone, you're like, well, I don't remember that, but I better do it.
This is crazy. I've forgotten about I forgot. I got a table coming and I forgot about it. It just got a reminder in here. You're getting your table on Friday. It's like, that's crazy. Oh, I forgot about this one too.
Mad scientist table, isn't it?
It is. It's funny because it had a reminder in there that I got to do right now because I forgot to do it. Because I need to buy extra solder. And
oh yeah.
It had a reminder. Don't forget to buy solder. That's crazy.
You know what I find it kind of funny is we've gone on one investigation, like what I would call like a pro investigation, even though we got a lot to improve. And we've both become Egon Spangler, like inventing things and
we have
that kind of stuff.
We have. I was
after one trip.
I was literally, well, and here's why. And this is, man, I really hate saying this because I feel like people's going to take it the wrong way. I feel like there's so much to improve.
Right.
And that's nothing against anyone else. I just feel like this entire industry is not changing anything. And it's staying very stagnant. And there's a lot of stuff made for camera. And I totally understand that. You know, if you're trying to create a show or you're trying to create a content creation, you want things that has pretty bells and pretty whistles and all that. So I understand it, but it doesn't change the fact that it's like, you know, let's do something scientifically too.
Right.
And I'm looking down the entire time I'm buying solder. Sorry. Now it's done. I can take that off my list. Actually, since I said that, it'll automatically take that off my list. It'll check it because I just said it.
Oh, that's handy.
It's so crazy, dude. AI is so awesome. But it's like, let me use this. I'm going to use this as an example. And I'm not going to give away what I'm going to do, but like when you look at like an EMF pump, which we both thought was extremely important in our investigation.
Mhm.
And when you look at it, the EMF box that I had was literally a box that had 2 hobby motors. On the end of the hobby motors was 2 magnets. There was wiring from those motors to a battery box. There was 3 crystals that was epoxied to the top of the box and hot glued. And then there was like layers of hot glue around the entire thing. And that's what you pay a lot of money for.
Right.
Now, did it work?
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say that it worked. But could it work better?
I agree.
Yes. I think it was needed.
Yeah. Question. So the one that broke,
Yep.
when you opened up, were you able to repair it?
No, because I had to cut it. He had so much epoxy and hot glue in there, and he super glued all the screws into the box.
Right.
So you could fix
They didn't
it.
want people to open it.
No. And that was the whole thing. Like if you opened it, you was literally destroying the entire thing. Now, not to give the guys practice away, but when you look at that box as a prime example, I think I paid $90 a box. I bet that box probably cost him $5 or $6. 2 hobby motors are probably like $3. The battery boxes that has the 3 AA batteries is probably, $1.25 or so. He probably used like $10 in epoxy, super glue, and hot glue.
Mm-hmm.
He probably has like, $25, $30 invested, and he's selling them for $90. So $60 profit per each one. So
did he invent that?
No. EMF
Like,
pumps.
do we know? Like,
EMF
has it been
pumps
around forever?
has been around for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But I just feel like a lot of places don't necessarily use it.
Right. Yeah, I don't recall seeing a lot of them, but this is something that I do believe in, that this was having some kind of effect. Just because it's, we've both been places that were supposedly haunted before, and I just feel like it wasn't as active as this.
I would agree 100%. I feel like if we wouldn't have had those, I feel like we wouldn't have got the same responses that we got out of that location.
Right.
Now,
right, exactly.
The tricky part is if there was one, and the one that I'm going to build is not going to be like this. I think I've never seen anybody else ever create what I'm thinking in my head. And in fact, Nick and I talked about it yesterday. It's like, hey, I bought all this stuff. Here's what I'm going to build. And even you had said, like, how are you going to get past X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, this is how I was going to do it. But then it's like, once you break down that barrier, it's kind of like, yeah, you can absolutely build this device that's more scientific, that does the same thing, that's a lot more accurate, a lot less complications. And on top of that, you're going to see if, there's more to it than just that. And that's all I'm going to say for that. But it's like, the fact that nobody's building that, but then it becomes, okay, are you not building because you don't understand it? Or are you not building it because there's nothing there and you don't want anyone to see? Well, here's the thing. I'm going to build it and we're going to see.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Is it doing something? I'll tell you what, without all that epoxy, it could only work better because that would block EMF.
So much. Yeah.
Like, so, I think it's going to be good. I think the funny thing is we all grow up watching Ghostbusters and stuff. I even had a Ghostbusters shirt on during the investigation.
You did.
Some of my friends pointed out was kind of ironic. When you're watching that, everyone wants to be Peter.
Yeah.
Venkman. But then when you really get into it, everyone wants to be Egon.
They do. They really do.
Like, you want to invent the things. You want to know the topic. Like, you want to do the science and stuff like that. And I think that's fun.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing, right? Like I told you yesterday, two of the things that I really want to concentrate on first. Have you ever seen anything like those two things?
No.
That's the beauty of it. Because I think that no one's expanding that thought process. They're content with what's out there now. And listen, you got EMF or the dead bells. You've got the EMF pump like I'm talking about. This is what we used on our investigation. This is literally the one.
Yeah.
And it's like you have these two battery compartments that then goes into two motors. They've got two magnets on both sides. And the rest of it's just epoxy and glue. And, you know, they put this little fancy glow in the dark thing on here. That's it. That's all there is.
I'll tell you that super gluing it and all that epoxy and stuff, if you're selling them for 90 something American, which is 100,000 Canadian dollars.
Yep.
That's deterrent enough that people aren't going to crack it open.
Oh, for sure.
Like that's fairly expensive and fairly hard to crack open.
Right.
Like most people would be like, well, I don't want to buy another one.
Right.
So I better leave it be.
Right. Then there's me that breaks one. I'm like, where's my hacksaw? Let me cut this bad boy open.
Exactly. Well, technically the ghost broke it.
Technically the ghost.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
you need to go watch a Halloween special.
Watch the Halloween episode.
Correct.
Heck yeah.
You know, it's funny though.
But yeah, building things is fun.
Oh, a big time. It's such a, you know, I think, like I said earlier, you can use the tools that's out there and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's all you can afford or that's all maybe you're limited in what you can do. But like when I build mine, before anything gets sold or before I do anything, I'm going to get a patent on it. And if you want to crack it open, you can. If you want to build it yourself and you're smart enough to do it, have at it. Listen, I don't care. But if you go and you create what I have a patent on, I'm going to sue the life out of you. Just FYI.
We're in Law Town now.
Law Town, baby. Listen, ask other podcasts that have done some shady things in the past. And I bet there's a lawyer or two that was involved. Don't test me. Okay. You can either buy it or you can build it yourself, but don't run with my concept when we find out it's amazing and it's going to be amazing and then try to sell it yourself. That's the only thing I'll say. I came up with it.
Right.
I've not seen anyone else do it before. I'm going to know if I see someone else doing the same thing.
Plus, we need to fund future investigations anyway.
100%. 100%. But we're really thinking outside the box with a lot of that stuff. And I think that's exciting. It's exciting for us. It's exciting for paranormal investigators. It's exciting for the paranormal field of research. There's so many different things that it's like that bell ringing. It was the bell ringing with the EMF or, you know, the cat bell with the EMF, you know, it's all these different things with these devices. But it's like, if you've got one instrument that does the right thing for the right reasons, you don't need to have a whole bunch of, like one device could have 2 or 3 different triggers that tells you if something's happening or not.
Right. Well, you know, if you made them cheap enough and easy enough to reproduce, you could have a case like those hard cases that we buy for these things and have like 10 of them in it.
Oh, yeah.
And put one in each room. Not to mention, like the Raspberry Pis and stuff all have like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You could have them all communicating back to a central box that tells you what's happening at any given time at any point in the house.
Well, and I'll
like
give.
I don't know if that's the point, but you could.
I'll give a little bit of something away, and I'm not going to tell how I'm going to do it because, again, I've never seen anyone do it. The one thing that Nick and I was always trying to figure out is where should we be at? Wildwood's a great example. There's 3 floors, right? Where should we be at to investigate at what time? Like we were on the staircase. We had no success in the staircase. We had no success in the doll room. One of the devices that I want to create will go into a room that we're not in, and it's constantly looking at something. I'm not going to say what that something is, but if anything disturbs that something, it triggers an alert, and then it lets us know, hey, something that shouldn't be here is here. That then will change the entire dynamic of the investigation. Let's say we're on the stairway. We're not getting anything. We receive a notification saying this device triggered in this room. Well, guess what we're doing? We're going to say, well, we're going to wrap this up here. We're going to have that device in there then. So we'll have the devices that I'm talking about. You can build it relatively cheap, but there'll be one in every single room. And then when we leave a room, we just turn it back on. Then we're getting notifications. But the other thing is, let's say we're asleep. Then we can see when something's going from area to area and then triangulate. Okay, is it moving? Like when I heard something go from the room where we had Control Central into the library, into the hallway, and down the stairways. If we would have had those boxes in two of the rooms and it was visible using a specific thing that I'm not going to get into, or even noise, it would have triggered each one of those, and we would have had a timed stamp of when it was moving from location to location. Now that validates movement. No one's doing this, folks.
Right.
No one's doing it. It's like, why are we not doing this?
They've not discovered the world of microcontrollers and mini computers.
But it's not even super expensive, right? Like here's a great example. Like you saw, I bought a box of 37 sensors for $30, like less than $1 a sensor.
Right. That's wild, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, 37 high-end sensors. Like we're not talking about this senses that there's a sound. No, we're talking like high-end sensors, like does the good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got another box for, I think it was $39, but it gives me what I plug into the computer, and then I can build and then watch it on that computer being built to determine basically how it's all going to be wired correctly and what it's supposed to do. So it's basically like a check and balance to a degree, but I can take those two kits. I could then 3D print something, and I could build those boxes for probably like myself, not including if I was to sell them, there would be profit, obviously. But I mean, I could probably build each one of them, and it's going to be more high tech than any of the stuff that we're using for the most part, but for like $30 a pop, you know?
Yeah. I mean, these like here, this is a whole computer.
Right.
That's got, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all these can control things. It can plug into 3 different outlets. It's got storage on it. Like these things are amazing and so cheap.
But think about it. Like you build that box like I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
You then take that box, you put it in each one of the rooms, then you connect it to the same device that you've got right there. You have it connected to the Wi-Fi. Now it's creating a report with a notification system that's telling you the movement of something that should not be moving.
Right.
How invaluable is that? Like legit.
Well, like to be specific, when we were monitoring the cameras, we could hear things moving in other areas.
Correct.
And we could, roughly guess where those things are.
Right.
These boxes would show us.
100%. For $30 or $40 my cost, right? Like if I was going to sell it, would I sell it for a profit? Obviously. So I mean, maybe I sell them for $60 plus shipping.
Right.
But then the thing becomes, if you had a tool that for $60 provided you information that currently is not on the market, why wouldn't you buy it? It can get
Right.
pricey, obviously, with a lot of them, right? Like the Wildwood, if I was to build them and put them in the Wildwood now, first floor, I'd put in the kitchen, the stairway going into the basement. The other stairway, then I would go second floor, the whatever they call it, the summoning room or whatever, the one with the crystal ball, the library, Tommy's room, doll room. Third floor, I'd probably put it in the hallway, stairway, doctor's room. So doctor's room, that other adjacent room that I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in there or near there. We didn't even cover it. Stairway, other stairways, Tommy's room, summoning room, crystal room, doll room, kitchen, basement, and then basement stairway. So there would be 12 of them. 12 at $30 a pop. It's still not going to be cheap, but from a research standpoint,
Right.
I mean, invaluable.
Well, how many of the devices that you bought separately would those replace?
Oh, I mean,
I think we're talking thousands of dollars, maybe.
probably so.
So it is cheap.
Yeah, when you compare to what's on the market, because I mean, a lot of it, I like it, but a lot of it's just kind of for show, right? Like the bell,
Right.
love the bell, it's for show. The honeytone, the spirit box and the phantom box, I think that can be improved 1,000 different ways. And I've not quite dipped my toe into that yet, but I've got a few ideas. I don't know if it'll work, but I want to try a few things with that.
Okay.
In which, I found this so crazy. When we came back, I thought something felt off with this device because they've got this copper wire in the back. And I'm like, are they just grounding something? And they did ground something. Well, what I found out was these pedals, because of this thing, behind this is a speaker, the outlet for like headphones for this honeytone.
Okay.
But I'm like, this could be improved too. Like there's so many different little things, but even like the soldering of the cables, I'm like, they could have done that so much better. Yeah. But I don't know.
So that honeytone, how much was that, if you don't mind me asking?
This device right here, and this doesn't include the spirit box. Most of these are overseas. So they come, most of them come from the UK. This is the only one that I could find that was built in the States. Just this box right here is $160.
So we're talking 5, almost 6 of your devices for one of those. Your cost.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You know as well as I do, right? You've got a noise gate pedal right here. This is all just stuff. Yep. On the other side, it's literally
Amazon specials.
It's just a little reverb pedal. Is all this is. You got this honeytone amplifier, and you got a cable that is made of copper that just goes from one ground to the next. You've got 2 of these jumper cords for 1/4 inch, and 2 battery cables. I mean, how much would this cost you can buy these amplifiers, I think, for $35-$40. So $35-$40, this is probably $20, probably.
Maybe.
This is probably 25-ish, probably. Because this is a cheap one. This isn't an expensive reverb.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying Amazon special. Like these are
correct.
No name brands of them and stuff like that. But that doesn't matter in this case.
No, not in this case. I mean, they're plenty fine for what we use them for. But it's like when you have that, I mean, you've got, let's say $50 here, $30. You're $80. You're probably in jumper cables and batteries. You're probably $90 and they're selling it for $160, 60 to 1. If you get the UK, they're like 185. Then you're paying the import fee and shipping. And like this will easily get over $200 some dollars. And some websites will sell these for $250, $300.
Right.
But you could build one for $90. You know?
Yeah. I bet less.
Probably so.
Buy things in 3 packs or 5 packs and something like that.
You're probably right.
Like, you don't know. Yeah. But like for the price of that cheap one that you've got there, and I don't mean cheap like bad quality.
No, cheap as in it's
you
cheap.
found it on a good price.
Right.
Yeah. But that's like 5, almost 6 of the devices you plan to build, which could probably replace that kind of thing.
Right.
So,
because all you're looking for here is like voice phenomena.
Right.
But there's so many different things that AI can do right now that can replace a lot of the conventional ways. Like I still feel like the paranormal world is still thinking in very modular ways. They're not thinking outside of the box.
Right.
But, it's fine. You just need it. I've said it 1,000 times. Maybe people like Nick and I need to be the one coming into this space with a whole new outlook based on our investigation and going, man, if I would have had this would. And honestly, the reason we came up with this stuff is we looked. We're like, can we buy this? And it's not on the market. Yeah. Well, if it's not on the market, shame on you. I'm going to come in, I'm going to build it, and then I'm going to put it on the market.
Oh, this is how innovations happen. You need something. You can't buy it somewhere. So you have to make it. Someone sees you make it. They want to buy it. They need something beyond that. They'll make that. Someone will see that, buy it, and it keeps going on forever and ever.
But think about the paranormal world. I feel like everything's been the same for the last 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Parabolic mics, that's been used in paranormal for 20 some years that I know of.
Right.
The freaking, S boxes or the spirit box or, that's been probably the last 12, 13 years. The dead bell's relatively new, but the concept's the same. That's just a REM pod with a bell attached.
Right.
REM pod's been around.
The technology is not keeping to pace with other technologies.
Correct. Like what does a REM pod and that dead bell do? It just creates an electrical magnetic field that when you bend that electrical magnetic field by coming into somewhat of a distance from it, it sets off a sensor that then is a audio and visual. That's what a REM pod does. Now, the REM pod I've got down there is also temperature fluctuation. So if the temperature fluctuates 1 degree or 5 degrees, it triggers that also. The dead bell's simply EMF. I want to think further than that. It's great to have EMF. It's especially, man, the sensors that I have has been around for 50 years. Why aren't we using it? Like, I want to say so bad the thing that I want to build. It's not that complicated. It's really not. It's the second thing that I told you about, Nick. It's not that complicated. Yeah. It's so simplistic.
No.
So simplistic. But nobody's done it. It's like, how's nobody thought of this?
Well, soon they'll all be thinking about it.
They will once I get that damn patent.
Yeah, exactly. Talking on this subject, it made me think, I briefly mentioned it last week, that I was reading this book called Staircase in the Woods.
Yep.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And it put forth an interesting theory that I'd never really thought about. I think it sort of touches up along things we've talked about, but in that, they go, without giving too much away, they're in this house where the rooms keep shifting.
Yep.
And they keep encountering, people who have unsubscribed themselves or people who have unsubscribed others or that kind of thing there. And at some point they realize that these aren't real, because sometimes it shows them people that they know haven't passed away, but it's sort of haunting them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, these might be versions of these people who have passed on that are trapped here, but it doesn't seem like they're actually the person. And what they come up to is that a haunted house or room in a haunted house isn't made up of the person or memories of the person. It's memories of the room that are recorded on places themselves. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
Which in essence is what we think residual hauntings are. It's just an imprint of time.
Yeah.
And it is odd from a standpoint of like that Hinsdale house. I think of that the moment that you say that, because when we heard those footsteps above our head and we knew that was the master bedroom, I knew when I was going to go to that camera that was upstairs that we would capture at a minimum the audio of the footsteps, but it would be louder because it's the actual room.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I reviewed that footage and it wasn't there, I'm like, how does that make any sense at all?
Right. Well, I mean, under this theory that it's memories of the rooms in the house, what you hear in one room is not going to be represented in another. And that's a good explanation by where we came at that, or you came up with that at Hinsdale, but also at the Wildwood. We're in one room. There were screams and arguments in the middle of the night, and we didn't hear them from rooms right adjacent to those.
Right.
So I think it's an interesting theory that almost like a place can come alive and it can have memories. Like in this one, rooms in a house were almost like people in a village.
Right.
And in the stairway in the woods, is it found houses or rooms that had traumatic events that almost caused them to become sentient in a way, and was collecting those rooms to build this thing. And I think that's an interesting concept. It's a staircase in the woods. If anyone's interested in reading that, I'm gonna probably have to find the author on that. Otherwise, it's rude of me.
Nick's just being rude, folks.
I'm being rude. Like I really want to promote this because it was so good.
Did you listen to it on audio or did you actually read it?
Oh no, it was an audio book. I need those to go. Chuck Wendig. Staircase in the Woods.
I might look that up. I think I've got like 8 credits.
Oh man, I spend them as soon as I get them. The other interesting thing is, I think unintended, but maybe not, is myself and a lot of other people listen to audiobooks in bed.
Yeah.
Before they go to sleep. But the ending of this book made me think I had fallen asleep.
Yeah.
So I went online to see if there was more. And all I found was hundreds and hundreds of people who had thought they had fallen asleep and missed something, who were on medication and thought they lost something, all this stuff. So this book is having a weird psychological effect on people in the end too.
Oh, wow.
So definitely a must read or a must listen.
Yeah, it makes me want to listen. Add that to my list, Limitless. I need to get that book.
Yeah, do that, Limitless.
Staircase.
Yeah, it's really
in the
good.
Woods.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, Chuck Wendig.
Staircase in the Woods.
Yeah, it's got all the information it needs.
We need to purchase that book. Yeah, it's there's definitely some theories that I think we can expand upon. And
yeah.
I guess we could reveal this. We had talked about where we was going to go, and we had slated a location earlier, like a few weeks earlier, and we're like, hey, we got exciting news. Did we tell where we was going? Did we say?
Nope, we didn't. We just said that we had decided, but maybe not.
Now we have not decided that location, is what I'll say.
Right.
But I think we've got
still a good location. Nothing wrong with the location.
no, nothing wrong at all. But I think we have chosen a location and we've already paid for it. So it's definitely
Yep.
where we're going to be going next year. But I think you guys will be very excited. This year, we are for this location, though, we're doing 2 days at the same location.
Right.
So
yeah, I think that's much better.
yeah, it gives more time to investigate things. So it should be good.
Yeah. And we're going to be smart this time. We're going to do
Extremely.
an in-person podcast, probably.
Yes. Well, without giving too much away, we're going to be on somebody else's podcast for one night. But what my thought is, we get there, we get set up, we do their podcast. They're going to investigate with us while we're there, while they're there through the night. And then the next morning, I thought we get up, we do our podcast through the day. And then that evening, and then we got the entire evening to still do more investigation. So
yeah,
I think that'll be very exciting to look at.
Don't F us, Delta, this time.
Yeah, don't screw us over, Delta. Don't screw us over. We need this.
Right. So speaking of spooky things, I don't want to wait too long. I want to sort of bring a real life spooky tale every time. Last week I did one that was twisty and turny.
Yeah, I like that.
That wasn't supernatural at all.
Yep.
This one, and I want to keep it unique in some way or another. This one is actually one that we've got news clips about.
Oh.
About part of it, not the whole thing. But let me lay the scene for you.
Yep.
So most of this takes place in a gas station or a couple gas stations, right? And this is also in Canada, and this is actually just down the road from where I lived when I was in university.
Oh.
So I'm sort of
You're partial.
familiar with the locations, kinda. I'm familiar with the locations, but they've changed names and they've changed designs and stuff throughout the years. But I am familiar with one of the places that is peripherally thing. So the story comes from a couple of girls who worked at a gas station, only one of them at a time, and they worked the night shift, right?
Yep.
So they were working late hours and stuff like that. And, they'd get tired and people worried about them because they're like, oh, things can happen at gas stations at night. You're just young girls and stuff like that. But, for the most part, it was pretty good. There's not a ton of random crime, at least at that time. And I think even now happening in Toronto. So one of the girls told the story that she likes to engage her customers and stuff like that. And she always felt that that's a good way to keep people from stealing, doing things like that. You don't want to steal from someone you get to know.
Yeah.
You don't want to threaten someone you get to know. So she'd always try to talk to people, but she had one hard case that would always came in every night, almost the same time, never smiled, never engaged in conversation or anything like that. But she was determined to crack him. She's like, I'm going to find an in with this guy. I'm going to get him to talk to me. So he comes in and she tries night after night. This goes on for quite some time. And he always comes in and buys his pack of smokes and stuff like that. He's got a special brand. So she's thinking, what could I do? She's like, well, I know he's coming in every night, same time. I'm going to have his pack of smokes, his brands on the counter, ringed in for him, waiting for him when he gets in here. And he'll realize that I'm paying attention. So he comes in and she does that plan. And he actually smiles for the first time in like over a year that he's been coming in
She's
there.
breaking him down, Nick.
She broke him down. So she actually got him to talk for a little bit. Like, this is late at night. This is like 2 a.m. kind of thing. There's not a lot of people coming in. He actually will chat with her this one night. And he said, I notice it's just you and this other young girl that works here at night. Are you ever concerned like worried something's going to happen, which is,
That's a
at
weird
face
thing.
value, that's kind of creepy on its own,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So when I was first hearing this story, I was like, he's the bad thing. Like he's threatening
Yeah.
them, being creepy. And she apparently didn't think that at all. But she's like, no, it's fine. We've got people that come in and check on us. We've got cameras. The police station is like less than a block away. They stop here to get their gas and to, all that kind of stuff. So we feel pretty safe. It wouldn't be very wise for someone to rob this. And she said, why do you ask? Maybe she was getting a little suspicious herself. And he said, well, you may not realize this, but I spent quite a number of years working in this gas station when I was younger. It was called something different at the time. And, we didn't have cameras or anything. Like this was, I can't remember if they said it was the late 80s, early 90s that he worked in here. And he said, I had just come to Canada with my family. I had young kids at the time, my wife. I was quite educated, but when you come to another country, sometimes you got to start over. So I was working in a gas station to pay the bills. And I used to work overnights. And she's like, oh, so you in the 90s or 80s and 90s, you were working in this case gas station overnights. And he's like, yeah. And then I quit suddenly. And she said, oh, why? He said, well, when I first came here, I was working the night shifts. And back then it was way less busy at night than it is now. So I was also studying to reduce some of my credentials in school because they didn't transfer when I moved to the country. So I was studying here. I wasn't getting much sleep because I had to get up early for classes, work all night, which is fine. I'm used to hard work. Like I came to the country to work hard and get ahead. And, it was hard where I came from too. So I could do it. But then probably about a week before I quit, some weird stuff started happening here. He said, I don't want to scare you because it never happened after this. It only happened during this time. And he said, one Monday night, I was working here, hadn't had anyone in for a while. And all of a sudden, the first motion light at the back pumps lit up. And I looked up thinking, oh, here comes a walk-in customer. Couldn't see anyone. The second set of lights lit up, still couldn't see anyone. The door opened and closed, and I was looking right at the door, didn't see a soul. And that's all that happened on Monday night. But something was weird. And I thought about that long into the night after I left, and I was starting to, get a little concerned. But I thought, well, you know what, I'll be back to normal tomorrow. This has never happened before. So I get in Tuesday night, and round about the same time, first light at the back pumps comes on. No one there. Now I'm looking.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, forward lights come on, and I'm staring right at that door, right at the crack of the door. And the door opens, and then nothing. 10 minutes later, I can see the bathroom in the back. Door opens up. Complete blackness in there. Don't see anything. So I walk back there. I touch the door. It's, gas station doors get a lot of use. It's not one that swings easy. So I shut it and make sure it clicked. And I kind of wrote it off because it didn't happen again. So I go home, starting to think about it all night. My mind's running, getting a little more tired. Wednesday night rolls around, the exact same thing happens, except when the door opens, there almost looks like there's a little silhouette of a person on that night. I go back there, no one's in there. Close the door, it clicks. doesn't open again. But now I'm starting to get concerned
Yeah.
because all these things together, especially the front door opening right in front of me, especially the background door opening. So I'm up all night thinking about this. I'm starting to get worried. And I've talked to the other people that work there and they say, no, I haven't seen a thing. I've been working, they've been working there for years. Some of them a lot longer than me. They don't say anything. But I'm starting to lose sleep over it. So Thursday night comes around, exact same thing happens. But this time, when the door to the bathroom opens, I can clearly see a person. They're shadowed, but it's someone with red all down the front of their shirt, so much that I can't hardly see anything, and the bottom of their shirt is yellow. So this really scares me. I run out the back, or run out the front. But when I get my bravery back and come in, I thought, man, that looked like blood. There should be blood all over the place. Nothing in there. I click the door. Nothing happens for the rest of the night. This one really keeps me up all night. I still have to study and stuff because next Monday, got exams. I've got to pass these for my family. So Friday, I come in. I am dead tired. Tired beyond belief. But I'm working. I have to be there. Comes to the same time of night. And guess what happens?
Back pump light kicks on. Nothing.
Nope, nothing. Nothing happens on Friday. So all through that time period, nothing's happening. He said, I felt such a wash of relief come over me. I'm there. I hadn't slept all week. I've been studying, working late hours. Such a relief. I thought I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue my shift. And next thing I know, I feel something hard on my forehead. It's someone shaking me. I fell asleep on the counter all night because I lost so much sleep worrying about this. I don't know what else I could call it, but a ghost. I slept all through the night at the counter, and it's my boss shaking me. And I'm apologizing profusely. Like, I'm so sorry I fell asleep. I'm so sorry. And the guy's like, I don't care that you fell asleep at all. Look around and look outside. So I wake up like I'm still apologizing because, man, I can't believe that. I look outside. All the oil's gone. There's gas spilled from people stealing gas. Like tons of the shelves are bare. I was robbed. Like people just came in while I was asleep. I didn't even wake up. They robbed us blind. And I thought, this is it. I'm going to get fired. My boss is going to kill me. But my boss seemed oddly happy about this. So he's like, eventually after I calmed down, I asked him, why aren't you upset? Like, why aren't you, furious, man? And he said, I am so happy you fell asleep because it was a group of people who came here, robbed the place, realized you were asleep, and robbed it and left. They went to the next gas station down the road where the guy was awake and killed him and threw him in the back bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Because he was awake when they got there. So whatever you've been going through actually saved your life, and I'm happy for that. Insurance will take care of this stuff. But you narrowly avoided death. And I think that's a neat story, but it seems like a lot like an urban legend. Until I'm going to switch to my upper monitor here with the magic of television. In 2015, they caught the last living guy who had actually done this.
Oh, wow.
It was, so the guy who was unalived was Surinder Singh Parmar. He was a teacher in his home country, but was working another gas station right down the road to try and, keep his family going and bring his family open. They actually caught the guy who did it due to advancements in DNA testing. So all these years later, from 1990 to 2015, since that poor guy was just brutally unalived and thrown in the bathroom at the back of his gas station. The guy who did it, a 61-year-old Toronto man, was quite surprised to learn he had been charged with first-degree murder in the 1999 killing of gas station attendant Surinder Singh Parmar, police said today in announcing the arrest. Now, they found the knife and all this kind of stuff. Now, do you remember how I described the apparition that was appearing in the bathroom?
Yeah, with the red and then the yellow at the bottom.
All red and then yellow at the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to take a look at the gas station colors.
No way.
And the uniform at that gas station at the time, which I don't think that gas station is anymore, is all yellow. And it was just blood that had come down over the top of it from where he was attacked. So somehow, before this guy perished, he had appeared to this guy all week to make him so tired he wouldn't be awake when they arrived. How is that possible? That's like a ghost before a ghost of a guy you didn't even know.
Well, here's the theory, though. They say that scientifically they believe that time is not linear like it is as we see it. They believe that there's so much more to time. So, like right now, it's November 10th of 2025.
Right.
The same exact time frame. So while we're here, November 10th. It's also November 4th, November 8th, December 6th, December 25th, and not even of just 2025, but 1910.
Right.
2210. But what they say is from time to time, things line up and it opens up a rift. So then the question becomes, is it possible? Because you said this was down the road. What if that time rift changed and opened up enough to where it wasn't necessarily that guy going into the bathroom, but you were seeing a shadow of that time period at the other location? I don't know. Like there's so many different options, but that is a wild story.
Yeah. I thought it was neat because it was very urban legend. And you know what? Almost all of that could be made up after the fact.
For sure.
The locations being real and the event being real, but still, that's a pretty cool story. And I like to present those, but the facts of the case is that guy was spared because he was asleep at the time. Whether all that other stuff happened, who knows?
Just goes to show, folks, sleep on the job.
That's right. Well, actually, that's what he told the girl afterwards. He said, if you ever felt finding yourself sleepy at work, lock the door and just do it. You never know. It might help you out.
Absolute. Just go to sleep at work. I'm going to tell my boss that.
Yep.
I'm going to tell him tomorrow. I'm going to be like, you know what?
Yeah, tell him that whole story.
Need to take a little nap, boss. Just pull over here on the side of the road.
Could save my life.
It's going to save my life. I tell you what. We got our first powdering of snow today.
Oh boy.
Not driving on the road today probably would have saved my life multiple times. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, don't even think about crossing that lane there, buddy.
Right.
Speaking of life and death, Nick, do you know what time it is?
Oh, I know what time it is.
I think it's time.
I'm actually more prepared than usual.
Oh, he's more prepared.
And the reason is this I brought with me.
You're a step ahead of me. I heard that, Nick. I heard that.
It's not illegal. It's just I got very good at opening it.
It sounded good.
It sounded good. My brother got me for this. Got me this must be like 15 years ago now.
Oh wow!
So I'm opening another Beetlejuice box tonight. I know that you have definitely got Stranger Things.
You best believe.
And I think it's your turn to go first this time.
This time it is. I do remember. We're going to go with the very first season, which I think is the best season. Full transparency, I think is the best one. So the cool thing about season 1 versus season 2 is they've got cards, and I like the cards. I think that was a great addition that they had. So card numero. What? You already know what it is?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is it a Pete repeat?
All right, keep going.
So card
it
1.
Sure is.
Boop. Dang it. Focus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't want to focus.
There we go. It's Robin.
It's Robin. Card numero deuce. What's upside down? We know who that is. I was like, who the heck is that?
Who is this?
So, yep, that's number 2. Number 3
so disappointed.
Is our boy Dustin and Steve.
Mystery Steve.
Next we got 11 in the tank.
Yeah.
And we've got the Stranger Things back panel sticker to reveal art card. Oh, wait, what? Peel back sticker to... there's an art card behind these?
Oh, is this a new thing? Oh, wait, you've had that before. Oh, you've had it all along.
Is that what this is? Hold on. I got to see something, folks. Oh, there's an art card behind these. I didn't even know that. Anyway, I got a Hawkins police sticker. But when you...
so that's got to be... okay.
When you peel it, there's art on the inside of the card.
Neat.
Dang. I wish I would have known
open
that.
all those other ones after, I guess.
I know. I don't even know what to do with the stickers now, because I guess I could... I mean, on the back, it just has the 10 of it. Maybe I'll just put it on the back of this. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. But have I had this one already? Folks. I think we've had this one.
Looks like we're going Steve-O again.
Dang it, man. How do I always get the same ones?
We're both disappointed then.
How do I keep getting the same things, Nick? That doesn't make sense. What's the odds? Because I've only opened 3 of these for season 1. So I'm going to build this, and then to confirm, because I'm pretty sure we know this is going to be Steve based on this. We're just going to go straight for the big guy, which is Steve. Son of a gun.
Man, it's Steve.
Dang it, folks.
Well, we're both in the same boat tonight.
What did you get, Nick?
Well, I may as well open the part that will show you right away. I mean, it's cool if I hadn't got it already.
Is it the sandworm?
It is the sandworm.
I
should have known that's why it wasn't rattling around.
There's part 1 of your sandworm. There was one that you said was really big. Is that the one that you thought was really big?
That is the one.
Dang it.
I should have known.
We hate it when that
happens,
folks.
Like my doubles, I'm going to give back to the people at the store and just say, like, here you go for your collection.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I do like that idea.
Yeah, maybe they can give them to kids that come into the store. Like, I don't need doubles. Well, actually, I don't need the originals, but I'm keeping them anyway.
Yeah, we still want them, Nick. We don't need them, but we kind of need them.
But I don't need doubles at all.
No, the doubles are kind of...
Yeah, she can give them out to kids, or maybe not kids. These are horror-related things, so...
Now, something that I did say, but I meant it for season 2, but I guess we could do it here. I've got all the characters in the other boxes.
Mm-hmm.
We could
see so many.
We could see if maybe there's one that I don't have in here that I could switch old Steve out for. Oh, Steve Rooney.
Are you opening another one?
I'm opening just the character box because maybe I can switch it out for Steve.
Yeah. You know, I think that means I should open another box.
You do have a dupe. That's a valid reason in my book.
I'm doing it, man. We're busting the rules. I need the dopamine bad.
Survey says, oh, yeah, baby.
Finally, that's what you've been waiting for.
Freaking Vecna. And then there's a extra with Vecna. Oh, it's his. Oh, I see now. It's his little tentacles.
Oh. Okay, I'm glad we did this. I feel better now.
Did you get a good one?
Well, I got the husband last week.
Yeah.
And now I've got the wife.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. Now I feel better.
Now you're getting the whole thing. You're getting the whole collection now, Nick, whether you know it or not.
Heck yeah. Still not got a Beetlejuice yet, though.
You know, I'm shocked by that. I would have thought you would have had a Beetlejuice by now. Yeah. Then again, how many of these have I opened up and I haven't gotten a Vecna?
Right. Like, the Beetlejuice ones are the most common.
Apparently not in your world, Nick. Even now.
Let's see. I've gotten the 1 in 24, 1 in 6. I've got that twice, so that's pretty good. I got 1 in 12, 1 in 12. So, who knows?
Even though
who knows what'll be next? What might this one be?
Even though the back is Steve's backing.
Now that is cool.
Yeah, we got some Vecna action.
Now you got some stuff going on.
Move out of the way, Steve. Coming through, Steve.
Nice.
Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed.
Now we're both happy.
And now I got me some Vecna action going on. I wish they would have gave a background with those though. That would have made it better. I still need Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Demogorgon, Dustin, and why can't I think of that girl's name? Oh man, it's right on. It's not like I haven't seen Stranger Things in like forever. The number 3 character, what's her name? I want to say it's like it starts with an S.
Can't remember now.
Does it start with an S?
I don't remember now, which is bad because she's one of my favorite characters.
She's hilarious.
She's so sassy.
That's what I like about her. Why can't I think of her name? Because she's always giving everyone a tough time.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And very smart about it too.
She is. Because she was a D&D like genius.
Yeah.
What is her name, man? I gotta look. Character. Stranger. You're probably gonna beat me to it. I can hear you typing.
Erica.
Dang it. It is Erica.
Erica. Yeah. What an awesome character.
Yeah. She's one of my favorites. She's funny. I like her, and then I like Sam. And I like Dustin's character. Those are probably my favorite.
Of course, my favorite was Eddie, but he is no more.
I'm into the kids.
Or is he? Oh, of the kids.
Yeah, of the adults.
Yeah, I think
Hopper, Eddie.
Oh yeah. They're all good. I like Steve.
I like Steve, but I don't know. I feel like they've not done enough with him. I don't know.
Yeah.
What says you guys at home? Who's your favorite on Stranger Things? If you've not watched Stranger Things, what are you waiting on with your life? What are you doing with your life? It's about to come back out. It's coming around, just around the corner.
15 days.
15 days.
Well, different when you see this, but whatever. Whatever. You know how we are with time.
Well, that'll be Friday will be the 15th. So 10 days.
10 days. 10 days.
Basically right around the corner. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the podcast wherever you
right.
listen to your podcast. Make sure you hit that doggone ding-a-ling bell. Make sure you're liking, you're telling your friends about us, you're sharing our podcast, you're talking about how amazing we are in the comments.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
That'd be really nice. But until we see you on the next podcast, goodbye.
Bye.